Done now.
Good morning, Peter. So North Texas named Stone Earle as their starting quarterback. I was curious what your first impressions are of him and how much, when going into scouting, how much can you take his 2021 Abilene Christian season at face value for the player that he is now?
I think you can look at his tools, and you never know what they're asking them to do offensively or what they're, how they manage the game, within how they call the game. But you look at some of the tools, and I think he's a more than effective runner. And to be in that system, I think the Chandler Rogers kids has an opportunity to play as well. He's another skilled player back there. So he must have had a really great spring and fall camp. They again kind of talk about the skill guys. I think they have good skill back there. And if he earned that spot, I expect him to come out and play really well, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
All right, and we'll go back to Thomas Dunn.
So you mentioned like all the perimeter skill position players. You mentioned how good the quarterbacks are in terms of athleticism. How hard will it be to stay in like one containment for the game plan?
I don't think you can. These styles of offense, you manage the offense. It's there's not a lot of containment. It's how you manage the explosive plays. It's how you kind of structure what you want to do in some coverage situations. But you talk to offensive coaches. A lot of guys they really don't care what we do on defense. They feel they have formational answers. They feel they have route combinations. They can snap routes off. They can modify their routes. They can run to run. They can run to RPO. It can be a pass to pass. So I think the spacing in which you give them and how you technique it is a big part of it. But they have answers. I mean, these guys have formations that can you can throw the ball on the perimeter. You can take a single shot to X and you can run the ball. So there's a lot made about how there's not a lot of plays I've heard in these offenses, but the amount of variables within the plays, that's where the numbers and the volume grows, in my opinion.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Jeff